Good evening, Raskin Enjoyers. I hope you're doing all right. So, I'm sure many of you are aware, but many interesting Halloween skins were submitted over the past few weeks. And, well, it's amounted to, well over 200 of them. There's a lot of skins that are submitted. And I thought, I wanted to do a Rust Workshop skin checks video, but this is definitely going to be a whole lot more different. First of all, I'm not going to produce my own list because I don't want to get this mixed up with the proper list here set up by TGG. I don't want to get mixed up, cause problems. So how I'm going to approach this is I'm going to have a brief look at all the skins, but not super in depth. But I'm mainly going to talk about all the continuations that I've noticed, and I'll talk about, could there potentially be some investment potential there and whatnot. So just to reiterate, this is TGG's list, so make sure you go ahead and say thank you to him. Also keep an eye out for his YouTube, because I won't be surprised if there'll be a future video discussing all of those new Halloween skin submissions. So, yep, just wanted to point all of that out. And what I should also point out is, how might you be able to find this list? So if you go to the main Rust Workshop page, here you go, so this is the main page. If you hover over Browse, click Collections, and you'll find it right there. So Halloween 2023 contest entries, submissions closed. So by all means, right now, go ahead, take a look at all of these skins. There's plenty of them, so many. Many different items getting various amounts of skins and alternate versions of skins and whatnot. Some of them glowing, some of them not glowing, maybe a little bit of transparency here and there. So loads of very cool looking skins. Now, what we're going to do is we're also just going to quickly mention what happened last year. Because with all of these skins, the idea is that the next two Rust stores that we're going to have, October 19th and October 26th, all the skins that you see here are going to be picked from for those next two Rust stores. But last year, we had a lot of skins as well for the initial amount of submissions. If you can remember 2022, we had 186 skins. But what happened was, there was a round of elimination. And, well, all of these skins, we went from 186 to 44. So, yeah, quite a lot of them got filtered out. But maybe this was done in an effort to be more helpful for Facepunch, developer of Rust. So TGG produces these lists. He makes sure each and every skin doesn't have any DMCA issues. He makes sure all the skins are of the quality standard to be included into Rust. And, well, it looks like a process of elimination happened, and then the developers picked from the likes of this list. And what you might notice is quite a lot of the skins that were picked last year for the first week. Very nice, very nice. So anyway, that might happen. I cannot guarantee it will, but again, we probably won't know until maybe next Tuesday. So, what would that be? What day would that be? That would be the 17th of October. Cool. So maybe around then. So, now that you are fully aware of all of that and whatnot, I can quickly point out with all of these skins that you see here, I'm just going to go through the list here. Yes, I added it all up. The Halloween submissions, including all of the alts, we have 4 burlap head wraps, 3 pairs of burlap clothing, 6 balaclavas, 7 ponchos, 2 bandanas, 1 leather gloves, 5 hoodies, 4 pants, 1 jacket, 2 deer skull masks, 1 pair of Roadsign gloves and boots, 2 bucket helmets, 12 metal face masks, 10 metal chest plates, 6 sleeping bags, 4 small boxes, 6 large boxes, 13 furnaces, 1 concrete barricade, 1 fridge, 15 rugs. We have 1 vending machine, 5 wooden doors, 2 double wooden doors, 18 sheet metal doors, 2 sheet metal double doors, 15 garage doors, 1 armoured door, 1 armoured double door, 3 hammers, 2 rocks, 1 bone club, 1 pair of tools, that being hatchet and pickaxe, 2 jackhammers, 3 hunting bows, 2 crossbows, 1 waterpipe, 1 double barrel shotgun, 3 pump shotguns, 1 Eoka, 3 Thompsons, 1 MP5, 5 SARS, 6 AK-47s, 2 LR300s, 1 L96, 5 satchel charges, and 2 rocket launchers. And a partridge in a pin tree, whatever. Anyway, so there's a lot of skins there. So it shouldn't be all that surprising to see if we have a round in which quite a lot of them get filtered out, because there's an absurd amount of doors, for example, isn't there? So anyway, very cool. Congratulations to all the people that made it into this list and whatnot. And, best of luck to all of you if you do end up, getting your skins accepted. We don't know. We have no idea, but everything that you see here is a very nice candidate. But now we need to talk about what are the continuations from skins that have been accepted before from previous Halloweens. So let's start talking about continuations, and we will discuss, could we potentially see investments? Could we potentially make some profits out of this? So going through the list, in order of what I see, The first continuation that I saw was Mr. Kua's Cultist Poncho. So get a good look at this. You might remember from last year we had the very cool looking Cultist deer skull mask. Very, very, very nice. And, well, he's gone ahead and produced a very nice, cool looking poncho to pair up with this. So yes, get a good look at that. And feel free to go ahead and consider, if you happen to like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Now, let's just quickly hop over to last year's Halloween on SCMM, and we can show you that sold a lot. That deer skull mask, 42,000 sales. 42,000 sales. But, the reality is we just don't really see that many deer skull masks being made. So, just wanted to point that out, very cool. If we were to see a poncho being accepted, you very likely could see this have a bit of a spike in demand, spike in price. But there is quite a lot of them in circulation. There are kind of issues with that. But regardless, a continuation would definitely help this out. Now, there's also a version 2, an alt version. Get a good look at that. I'm not 100% sure what's different. My apologies. I think he probably cleaned it up a fair bit. I don't fully know. I'm afraid. I haven't caught on what it is. But we should also mention that there is a pair of leather gloves right here. Get a good look at that. So, yep, very nice. The last pair of leather gloves to be accepted. What do you reckon it is? Come on, guess. It has been... Let's go over to here. 2 years. 2 years since we last had a pair of leather gloves. Now, apparently, they are supposed to... skin creators aren't really supposed to make them anymore. But, concrete barricade is another item that shouldn't be getting skins anymore, and we had the Adobe barricade made and accepted not too long ago, so I wouldn't rule out the possibility that we could potentially see leather gloves again. We shall see. So remember, if you happen to like it, please consider voting yes or no, and we shall see what happens there. Now we have to talk about the likes of the Kraken shells. This is made by Hoodie. You might not remember this, but last year, I believe it was week 2. Yep. Oh, no, it's here. Kraken shell, right there. So do you remember Kraken shell tier 3? It was pretty cool. Loads of people go for the usual zombies, vampires, all that typical type of, horror themes. No, Hoodie went for deep ocean horror, and it looks really cool, doesn't it? And I'm not surprised it was accepted. Well, guess what? He's decided to go ahead and make a continuation of that, a nice little sequel, and, well, get a good look at that. We have ourselves Kraken shell, hoodie and pants, and the little Kraken monster. You got his mouth here, his tentacles all wrapped around the neck here, and on the actual hood, the actual body of it. That looks awesome. That is a very cool, clever design, and I wouldn't be surprised if that gets picked as well. So if we were to see this potentially being accepted, what do you reckon might happen to likes of Kraken shell, which at the moment, unfortunately, isn't very expensive? So the face mask is only 59 cents. And the chest plate is only 60 cents. Now, unfortunately, with holiday-themed skins, this isn't too surprising to see because, well, when it's not Halloween, guess what? Maybe people don't really seem to want to use Halloween skins. It's unfortunate, but with very gimmicky skins that are very gimmicky for the specific holiday it came out for, well, unfortunately, again, if it's too gimmicky for the holidays and we're well away from the holiday, then, people probably don't seem to want to use them that much. So, standout skins should work out very nicely, but regardless, a continuation should still instill a spike in demand and a spike in price. It is a core piece. So we've already got our tier 3. Will the hoodie and pants potentially cause this to go up in price ever so nicely? And would you like to see that, being accepted? So by all means, go ahead, vote yes or no. Even consider offering a nice comment. So yeah, Kraken does remind me of Scud Punk hoodie, but you can't buy that. You can trade for it though. You can trade for it. So yeah, very cool looking design. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing all of that. So very nice, very cool. Let's now move on to, well, we've got pants there. But yeah, now we have pumpkin Roadsign gloves and boots. So do you remember last year, Robstar, he got his pumpkin tier 2 accepted, not on week 1, but week 2. So let's just quickly hop over to that. Week 2, yep, and what do we see? Yeah, pumpkin all here. So pumpkin tier 2 sold very nicely, about 12,000 sales. At the moment, the kilt's actually retaining its value, so props to that. But if we were to see the likes of boots and gloves being accepted, yes, I do feel the likes of the tier 2 armour could have a bit of a spike in demand, spike in price. How many orange collections do we actually have? Do you want to run around all of this year dressed like a pumpkin? Maybe for October at the very least, that's a pretty cool idea, but I'm not sure if it's going to last after Halloween. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, who knows? But damn, look at these nice little booties. So yeah, Mr. Robstar, best of luck to you, and if you happen to like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. So, like I said, maybe this could work out quite nicely, but It's a little bit awkward. There's only 43 of these kilts on the Steam market, apparently. Well, I guess it's no wonder it's gone up in price a fair bit. Maybe people are pairing it up with other things. Who knows? But just wanted to point that out. So, yeah, very cool, very cool. So, next up, what do we have next? We have the Necro face mask. So if you aren't fully sure, we quite some time back did have the Necro AK-47, which was very cool. Well, now we have the Necro Tier 3. And here's another thing that we tend to see with holidays. You get some more leniency. What do I mean by that? Well, you can see here that this has a lot of transparency. It's a very goofy looking but cool zombie face mask. And you know what? I think a lot of people would appreciate that. I hesitate to say it, but guys, green armor. We can be camouflaged in this. No, I'm joking. But hey, you can pretend to be a part of living. No, I'm joking. Anyway, so yeah, very cool, goofy design, perfect for Halloween. Mr. Mishka, you've produced a very cool piece of work here. And you, of course, the top is all brains. Yep. And then we look at the likes of the chest plate. Hop over to here. Yep, very nice, very cool. You got all the outlines. You got a little bit of blood, a little bit of a bone sticking out. But with Tier 3 armor being accepted, would it really have that much of an impact on the likes of that AK-47 right there? Well, let's just go take a look at it real quickly. Necro, AK-47, where are you? There we go. Oh, it's Necro Machine. Sorry about that. So let's go hop over to here, because unfortunately, this is actually struggling. With the amount of AK-47s that we have in circulation, well, unfortunately, it's down to $1. But with all that we see there, there's not too many of them. If we were to see the Tier 3 armor, what do you reckon? Do you reckon this would have a spike in demand, spike in price? I think it will probably have a bit of interest. I just can't imagine it would last forever. Again, once Halloween's over, are people going to still want that? Are people going to still want to dress up like a zombie? We shall see, but cool regardless. But just wanted to point it out. We could potentially see a continuation of this AK. It's in your hands, I guess. You could go ahead and consider voting yes or no. Do you like the face mask? Do you like the chest plate? Please consider voting yes or no. Please consider offering a nice comment. So best of luck to you, Mr. Mishka. Moving on, what else do we have? We have the likes of the Demonic Raven large box. Get a good look at that. A very ominous but scary looking scene. Yes, get a good look at that. So last year, we had the Sheepman Door being accepted, and it looked ever so nice. And now we have this very exquisite looking specimen that is the large box. So yep, in the background right there you can see the Sheepman Door. Now if we just quickly hop over to here and look, it's right there. Wonderful. Now unfortunately it's not doing super great at the moment, which is a bit, it's a bit of a shame. But if you are aware that the fact that we have a ton of sheet metal doors, like we're almost at 200 now, I believe. Yeah, almost. And if you look at all the sheet metal doors that came out this year, you can clearly see that they're not doing good at the moment regardless. So, yeah. If we were to see potentially the beginning of a deplorable collection, maybe, maybe the sheet metal door might go up in price quite nicely. We shall see, we shall see. But, yeah. Are you a fan of it? Do you like what you see? I think it looks nice. Glow in the dark, very nice, very useful. Spooky even? It's up to you. So feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no if you happen to like what you see. Best of luck to you, Mr. Morphus and Mr. Micro. And do not forget to consider offering a nice comment. So yeah, what do you reckon? Yes or no? Could we potentially see a brand new deplorable collection being built up? And yes, we do see deplorable collections getting built up for Halloween. Oh, foreshadowing. Anyway, moving on. We do have another large box skin to talk about, and that is the House of Horrors. So, quite some time back, we had this sheet metal door being accepted, that being the House of Horrors sheet metal door. And that is made by Mr. Emilio Frito. Yep, get a good look at this. It's a somewhat nice, cool-looking, glow-in-the-dark sheet metal door, and it's got, it's all like a spider web. Very colourful. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have retained its value. Sold for $3, Halloween of 2021, and, well, it's down by more than $1, unfortunately. But again, could this potentially be the beginning of a brand new deplorable collection? Well, I should point out that last year we had a garage door. It wasn't accepted. So, who knows? I don't know, but looking at this, there's no resistance. There's no big fat quantities. I mean, you have an 8 here, an 11, a 9, but honestly, that's nothing. That's nothing. So, cool looking, glow in the dark sheet metal door. Well, if we were to see a continuation appearing then maybe, just maybe, we could see the likes of that sheet metal door going up in price. So do you like what you see? It's a very cool looking glow-in-the-dark spider with the web all around it. The neon blues, pinks and purple. Does it look nice? Do you think this represents Halloween perfectly? Please consider voting yes or no. Please consider offering a nice comment or two. So best of luck to you, Mr. Milho Frito and Sakadis Emilias. Right. Next up, we have the likes of the fridge from hell. So last year, we had the rug from hell being accepted, didn't we? That was submitted to the Halloween batch last year. And if we could just quickly look to the past, the Hell collection has been around for a long time. And I do believe it actually started off as a Halloween collection, but it just kind of splintered off and became, oh, no, I'm wrong. It was actually like a random skin that was accepted in early 2018. But then Mr. Sir Q decided, you know what, I could submit a From Hell skin for Halloween. Let's see what happens. Well, it was accepted. Box from Hell, $30 right now. Oh, very nice. And then over the years, well, he just basically submitted skins during the year and during Halloween, and they just kept getting accepted, so he just kept producing it. So, yeah, last year we had the Rug from Hell, and loads of people greatly appreciated that. It wasn't too gimmicky for Halloween, all right? So, there's no, like, pumpkins or skeletons all over it. Just a very scary looking cultist design, but you could cover this in all of your base and whatnot and make it look very cool inside. And of course, glow in the dark deplorables are very nice to have in the early game, especially for your base. So now the person owns a private island shop. But anyway, sold a lot, instantly went up in price, instantly became a very nice profitable investment by itself. Well, now we need to talk about the fridge, because what we could also see here is quite a lot of the From Hell skins aren't exactly doing super good at the moment. But this is just a weird trend that happens during the year regardless. And then when post-Christmas rolls in, suddenly they all get bought out. Suddenly they're all in the positive. It's a very weird thing. But anyway. Looking at the likes of this fridge over here, how many fridge skins do we actually get accepted? We need to talk about that. So first things first, I will just point out, I don't think the fridge is going to have a massive impact on all of these skins. There's already 21 of them, and yeah, I just don't think it's going to go cause all of this to get bought out. As you can see, it's already suffering, but the suffering very likely will just end when January hits. But anyway, over to here, fridge skins. We have not had a marketable fridge skin for quite some time. We did have one at the very beginning of this year, but that was a charitable skin, as you can see right there. Congratulations to all the people who helped support Trust and Rust earlier this year. But when we actually see the marketable ones, yeah, we haven't had one since 2020. And all of them are in the positive. Positive. This is definitely in the positive as well. So yeah, if we do see another fridge skin actually being marketable and tradable afterwards and whatnot, then oh yes. So basically the idea is, I wouldn't be surprised if the likes of that fridge skin right here probably does like 30,000 sales if it was accepted. I don't want to keep my food fresh and cold. I want it to be extra spicy and warm. So if you want a cultist, cool-looking demonic fridge, well, yeah, consider voting yes or no for it. So, yep, very cool design. Let's see what happens next. Best of luck to you, Mr. Sir Q. And let's now hop over to the next skin. Oh, what's that? It's the foreshadowing. I told you. So, what was I referring to? Well, this is the Ghostly Flame Sheet Metal Double Door. And now I want to show you the Ghostly Flame collection. We have seen a lot of these skins being accepted. Ever since 2018, we have seen the likes of Mr. Svonsper. He's gone ahead and made a furnace, a large box, a sheet metal door, a garage door, and he won't stop. He'll just keep making more and more and more. We now have a double door. So over to here real quickly. Diddly. Oh, sorry. Here we are. Yep. Double sheet metal door. We don't see many of those being accepted. Now, of course, we have had one quite recently being a Twitch drop. We also had the bombshell one not too long ago. But in the grand scheme of things, a marketable, tradable sheet metal double door usually does very nicely. We don't see many of them being accepted during the year, so that's why they usually go up in price ever so nicely. Even if this is Halloween gimmicky, I still think it's going to do quite alright. I still think a lot of people would greatly appreciate this. Svonsper, I think you've done a very good job of it, and I do like the whole collection, so you can see the process of this getting made and whatnot. Very, very cool. So, what do you reckon? Would you like to have the full collection of it? We've got the garage door there, the large boxes, the sheet metal door over there, the double doors right there. Pretty cool layout there. That's looking pretty nice, isn't it? So yeah, do you happen to like it? Do you happen to like the collection? Now, I should point out, sheet metal door, not doing super great, unfortunately, but as I've said, there's far too many sheet metal doors that are in circulation. It's awkward. And then the garage door, well, I don't actually know about that one, but this doing super great at the moment, and this is also doing super great. These two tend to be, always fine, but these two, but a sheet metal double door, by itself, I mean, just take a look at all of these. Sheet metal double door. Come on, don't be shy. There we go. Right, so yeah, if we were to look at them by lowest price. Oh, okay. Did I do it the wrong way around? I think I screwed up. Oh no. Oh wow. Okay. Oh wow. Deep sea double door is now in the positive. So there's only one door right now that's in the negative. And yes, right now, it's the worst time for Ruskins. It's the autumn fall seasonal dip. And even then, all of these double sheet metal doors that you see right here, they're all basically in the positive. They're all doing super great, except that one. Well, imagine what they're all going to look like when times are good, when it's January time. So very cool. Let's see if we do see that potential continuation. So, if you happen to like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Sonsfer. And also, don't forget, please also consider offering a nice comment or two. Now we have Ghost Pumpkin Garage Door. So, Ghost Pumpkin has done quite nicely over the past few years. We've had 2 skins accepted. We've had the small box and the large box. Large box is actually doing quite alright at the moment. Small box, a little bit awkward. But anyway, this is looking to be a brand new collection. If we do see the likes of this garage door being accepted, then maybe all the better to it. So, Mr. MM, we shall see. Could this probably turn out to be a very nice continuation, or could we potentially, I don't know, maybe not see? I don't know. But remember, there's a lot of garage doors. Let me just quickly remind you. Garage doors, how many were there? 15. There is a lot, all right? So there's a lot of competition. But like I said, if you happen to like it, please consider voting yes or no. Please consider offering a nice comment. Best of luck to you, Mr. MM. And yep, just to give you a little look down memory lane, here's the previous 2. So if we were to see this being accepted, maybe the large box and the small box might have a bit of a spike in demand, but they are kind of gimmicky for Halloween. It's awkward. Let me just quickly show the likes of this large box. See, it was doing quite alright during the year, but it's only sort of recently started to go up in price. So right now, $2.50, very nice. But its history, well, it went down a fair bit around here in Easter time, and then it just kind of went back up and did quite alright here. So, yeah, I think people just outright think it's a perfectly fine skin. Maybe the garage door behaved the exact same way. Who knows? But a continuation should give it a bit of a boost, so we shall see what happens next. And now we need to talk about another notable collection that's been around for quite some time. It's the Neon Pumpkin Door Collection. More specifically, this is actually a second attempt for the Armour Double Door. So last year, Hatson TM, he submitted this, but, well, unfortunately it wasn't picked. I'm pretty sure he has tweaked it and changed it a fair bit, so here is the next attempt for a Neon Pumpkin Armour Double Door. So let's go take a look at Neon Pumpkin, and you shouldn't be surprised to see that, well, they're doing pretty all right. Here we go. Look at this. Garage door, doing ever so fine. Neon Pumpkin Metal Double Door, doing ever so fine. But unfortunately, last year we never got the Armour Double Door. Well, here's the second attempt. And, well, you know what? This is looking to be doing quite all right already. Maybe the inclusion of this could, help these out. But they're kind of expensive. Maybe it's not smart to jump in and buy out some of these. Yeah, but by default, much like with sheet metal double doors, armoured double doors are even rarer. We hardly ever see any of these being accepted. So armoured double door. What do we see here? Come on, don't be shy, show me all of them. Right, so this year we had the Bombshell double armoured door. Last year we had the Outer Planets double armoured door. That was a Twitch drop. We had Christmas Bunker, Crypt armoured double door. That was actually a Halloween skin as well for 2020. And yeah, then these 3 as well. But we're hang on a minute. Where's the Oh wait, no, I got mixed up. Sorry, I was like, where's the Neon Pumpkin one? Well, funny about that, it hasn't been accepted yet. So, yeah, if you happen to like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Hatson TM. If you are a fan of Neon Pumpkin, please consider showing your support. Please consider offering a nice comment or whatnot. But yeah, by default, by itself, that actually would be a perfectly fine investment. You might sit there and say, but it's kind of Halloween gimmicky. Doesn't seem to matter. Didn't matter for the garage door and the double sheet metal door. So, and I should also point out how many of them sold. How many of that sold? Neon Pumpkin. They sold like 40,000, didn't they? Let's just remind ourselves. Yeah, that did 25,000. This did just less than 40,000. Still did perfectly fine. So I look forward to see what happens to the likes of that. Right then, so Cool. Best of luck to you, Hatson. Let's now move on to the next skin. And here we have the Mummy Head Hammer. Now, this one isn't super obvious, but I do remember about 2 years ago, we did have... Where is that hammer? Where is the hammer? First of all, we don't see many hammer skins being accepted anymore, do we? In fact, the last marketable one to be accepted was like 18 months ago. Toxic Hammer came out at the beginning of March 2022. We have not had another marketable hammer since then. And it's really weird because we're always using hammers. So why don't we have skins? I don't know. I do not know. It's weird to me. I have no idea. Anyway, remember Hammerhead Zombie? Guess what? This was also made by Multiname and Marco. And Cave Vladimir as well, apparently. But yeah, this was accepted. Very nice. And it looks like we're trying to get a hammer collection built up because you might not be aware, but they actually did submit another hammer skin last year. Unfortunately, that wasn't accepted. I think the last one was like a Frankenstein one. I don't have the skin on me right now, so you're just going to have to take word from me about that. But yeah, could you potentially see this being accepted, whether it's going to be the non-glow or the glow-in-the-dark version? And would the likes of the other hammer skin go up in price? I don't think so. I don't think that's going to magically go up in price. But this right here, due to the sheer fact that we have not had a marketable skin in a long time, I would be surprised if it sells a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if it potentially by itself just goes up in price regardless. But we shall see how things are, right? It's been over 18 months since we've had a marketable hammer skin, so... not over, around 18 months, let's just go with that. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens next, but like I've said for all the other skins, if you happen to like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Please consider offering a nice comment if you want. Cool. All right, then we have the likes of the Ghost Blaster pipe. Right, this is a cool little thing. First of all, when was the last Waterpipe skin that we had accepted? Well, again, over to here. Here we go, Waterpipe. And what is the answer? The last Waterpipe skin to be accepted was Lunar New Year 2022. Lunar New Year 2022. I know that off by heart. So, yeah, we don't see many skins for this anymore. Even though, like, back in 2018, we got like an absurd amount, in 2017 even more. Weirdly, it just kind of dropped off. Like, the only shotgun that gets skins now, rather prevalent, is the double barrel. Pump shotgun rarely gets a skin. Is an Ioka a shotgun? But yeah, this has not had a skin for a very long time. Definitely 18 months since that. So, over to here. We quickly can remind ourselves of the double barrel shotgun that we had last year. This is made by Mr. Firefly. Get a good look at this. I'm pretty sure it's perfectly fine. Don't worry about the copyright. Hey, if this was accepted before, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another one. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you know what that's referencing. And back over to here. Let's go get to that water pipe. Where is it? There it is. Yep. Could we potentially see a continuation? Could we potentially see the Ghost Blaster pipe? Could that potentially, be accepted? Well, it's in your hands. Please consider voting yes or no. Please consider offering a nice comment. And by default, do you reckon that might be an interesting investment? Because, like I said, we have not had a Waterpipe skin in such a long time. So, something for you to consider. Why is the Demonic Raven Door 3 cents? No, that's glitched. That happens sometimes. When you're looking at skins sometimes in the Steam market, Mr. Boba Rust, sometimes it might have an absurdly low price. That's just a visual glitch. I don't know why it happens, but it happens quite a lot. So, yeah. Look at the actual skin itself and, the actual page for it, and you'll see that the price isn't actually the same. So, yeah. Okay, cool. So, if you happen to like it, vote yes or no if you happen to like it, and also consider commenting. So, yeah. But the idea of would this being accepted potentially cause the likes of this double barrel shotgun to go up in price? I don't think so, no. Usually with collections that only consist of weapons, we don't really see that much growth. So, yeah, cool. Anyway, moving on, we have another skin to talk about. Not that one. We've already talked about that one. So we have talked about the Waterpipe. Now we're going to move on to talking about the Ghost Halloween. Yes, Ghost Halloween collection. Do you remember the likes of the AK-47, or the SAR? Well, now we have the MP5. So this is made by Mr. Verona. Get a good look at this. Very nice, very cool. Nothing exactly super in your face, but it's a perfectly fine design. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's just a bunch of creepy-looking pumpkins surrounded by coffins. But it's got a pretty cool-looking bump map to it. Stands out quite nicely. Looks pretty cool. Aim down the sight. What do we see? Where is it? Where's the aim down the sight? Where's the aim down the sight? No, he didn't do it. Ah, that's a shame. But, yeah. Do you like it? Are you a fan? Please consider voting yes or no. And let's talk about Ghost Halloween. Because, well, again, it's another collection that only consists of weapons. Come on, don't be shy. Does it not know it's a collection? It's right there. It's right there. Took a while for it to realise. So yeah, unfortunately, AK not holding up super great. SAR down a fair bit. Both affected by the likes of the autumn fall seasonal dip. Plus, there's a ton of AKs that exist. But yeah, would the MP5 potentially boost these up? I don't think so, not really. Regardless, when it's a weapon-only collection, if a new weapon were to be accepted, by default, it usually won't make that much of a difference. You might be sitting there and saying, what about Chameleon Collection? What about Redemption Collection? Well, they stand out. They look really cool, and loads of people happen to like the whole collection. So those two are a bit of an anomaly, but they do look very cool, don't they? So yeah, you get the idea. Whereas these are gimmicky for Halloween and fairly grounded and not too crazy looking. So yeah, you get the idea. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Everybody else went super goofy, but Mr. Verona, he has a particular taste in how he approaches things. And, well, Face Punch happens to like it. So maybe, just maybe, you might see the third instalment of the Ghost Halloween collection. You could show your support. Please consider voting yes or no. Please consider leaving a nice comment. And what's that useful aim sight? It's a white tip right there. So black with white. Cool. Best of luck to you, Mr. Verona. And lastly, we have Slime Monster. Slime Monster AK-47. Get a good look at this. Now, you might not remember fully, but we've had the likes of the Slime Monster SAR and the Slime Monster Thompson. So get a good look at this. This is, well, what do you reckon? Do you reckon that's going to be the AK-47 for Halloween this year? Typically, we always get an AK for Halloween. We've had some interesting designs, such as glow-in-the-dark versions and whatnot. But this right here, it's just a goopy slime monster. It's got all the eyes on you. Right, so let us go remind ourselves of Little Ranger's Slime Monster Collection, which unfortunately isn't acknowledged as a collection on SCMM. So Slime Monster... Yeah, okay, right. So here is the SAR. Right now, the SAR is currently selling for $1.50. Suffering a little bit due to the fact that it's the autumn fall seasonal dip. A lot of SARs are actually struggling at the moment, but this is still holding most of its value. And then we look at this. You see 26 there and 20 there. Oh, that's a little bit awkward. And then if we were to look at the likes of the Thompson as well. Thompson. So get a good look at this. Slime Monster Thompson. That's definitely the name of it, right? Did I call it wrong? Did I get the name of it wrong? Slime Monster? Come on. Show yourself. There you go. Oh, it's Tommy. Yeah, right. It's one of the Thompsons that doesn't refer to itself as a Thompson, which is awkward because when you search for Thompson, that's not going to appear. So, yeah, we've noticed that kind of problem with the likes of the Banana Collection because they don't actually have the name of the actual weapon in, and the armor because it's not the actual name of what it is. You can't search for it easily on the Steam market, and that causes problems. So anyway, how much quantity does this even have in the Steam market because of that? 120, which, it's average, that's fine. And then this appears to be selling for about just under $2. Well, if we were to see the AK-47, would you see the likes of the SAR and the Thompson potentially go up in price? My answer is no. Again, it's a weapon collection. So you're not likely going to see a nice boost in demand for likes of the SAR and the Thompson. But by default, the Thompson and the SAR, they do quite all right regardless. All skins are suffering at the moment, so, they're all kind of down in price. But, when January rolls in, prices are very likely to go back up again. Would you say this is very gimmicky for Halloween? I don't think so. It's goofy, but I don't really look at this and think, oh yeah, Halloween. So I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like, it's clearly a monster. Clearly, it's somewhat goofy. But, you got to look at these types of skins and think, right, so once Halloween's over, are people going to still want to use these? And with the likes of the Slime Monster Tommy and the SAR, they were being used. The price did go above their Rust or price afterwards. But at the moment, all skins are suffering, aren't they? So, it is what it is. So, I don't imagine the Slime Monster skins that already exist are going to magically go up in price when a new one appears. It is what it is. Cool. Right, so we spent, a good 30 minutes there talking about skins, so feel free to go through the entire list. Let me just get rid of all of this and this and this and this. There we go. So remember, main page on the Rust Workshop, hover over Browse, click Collections, and then here it is right there, the Halloween 2023 contest entries, and go through it all yourself. Look at every single skin. There's a lot of them, I know, but pick out your favourites, show your support, vote. Say some nice comments, and we'll see what happens next. So I'm under the impression maybe Tuesday we'll probably see maybe a round happen, like I mentioned at the very beginning of the stream, where we're going to see some of these being maybe eliminated, and then there'll be a refined amount. Maybe it'll go from 200 to maybe about 100, and then the next 2 weeks of Halloween Rush stores will consist of the skins that made it through to the next round. So one more quick look at all of these skins. And don't forget the likes of some of these items have many, many, many options. Sheet metal door, for example, 18 different skins. Garage door, 15 different skins. Furnaces, 13 different skins. It's ridiculous. But that's what I'm under the assumption is leading the idea that we're going to have some eliminations happening. So if you're a newer skin creator, don't feel too bad. If anything, if you're wanting to keep an eye out for new talent, all the new potential skin creators that might make an impact next year, well, this is a great opportunity to go through all of these skins, get a good look at some of the new people that you might never seen before, and consider following them, consider supporting them, consider, saying, yeah, you're going to get your skin accepted, your first skin accepted someday, so consider going through all the names, consider even just looking through here as well, if you happen to want to do it that way, if it's faster. But yeah, that's essentially it. We went through pretty much all the Halloween continuations. Which one was your favourite? Which one stood out best to you? Which one do you reckon actually has the best chance of potentially being accepted? So, other than that, best of luck to you. Hope you enjoy the Halloween batch of skins. Maybe we see a massive batch of skins like week 1 and week 2 for 2022. Week 1 consisted of, let's remind myself, wasn't it like 13 skins? And then week 2 was 15. So week 1 last year, that consisted of 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 11 skins, but then 12 items, which is a thing in itself. And then week 2, which we're actually just on a second ago, so goofy, but here we are. I do remember it was 15 skins, so 4, 8, 12, 15. Maybe we get a massive, massive batch of skins, who knows? But maybe we'll see a lot less items this year, and that's been a talking point, hasn't it? Because based on all the potential new content being mentioned, what was it? Dracula, I'll just show you. Keep an eye on the commits. Always keep an eye on the commits. And if we just refresh, has anything else appeared? No. So if we see the one for the Halloween string, there you go. Dracula mask, we're aware of that. Ghost sheet, Dracula cape. And we're also getting, where is it? The bone knife skin. It is a vampire stake. Yeah, vampire stake is a bone knife skin. So I am expecting that we're going to see some of these Halloween items not being brought back for 2023 Halloween. And the likely candidates are the hockey mask and the baseball bat. I'm under the assumption that with every Halloween from here on now, we're going to get a different type of clothing or mask and a different type of special weapon being introduced. So we shall see. No guarantees, but got to keep an eye out. So keep an eye out, likes of the comments. Keep an eye on Twitter, because people will probably be mentioning it and whatnot. And with that, we're all done. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you greatly appreciate it and whatnot. And I hope you enjoyed it. I greatly appreciate that you watch me. Show your support. Keep an eye out. Have a happy Halloween. And yeah, catch you later. See you. Goodbye.